So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to strip and put some terminals, crimp them on these wires so that we can connect the batteries for Nagal's system. So here's the process I use. It's really high tech. Pull out the old pocket knife. I'll usually determine roughly the length I want to strip, like so. And then I will just slowly roll the cable and roll the blade. I found my first index mark. All I have to do is keep rolling it in a perpendicular fashion. It doesn't have to be perfect, friends. There we are. See that? Just right. We didn't cut any of the strands, and we've exposed as much wire as we need. And here we are. I'm just going to do a quick check. I like to kind of press the wires in together a little bit here first. I like to do a little wire test. As you can see, everything fits in there just nicely. There is one more touch that I like to add, and I'm going to go ahead and go get that right now, and that is my grease. Here's what I use, nothing fancy, just a little bit of dielectric tune-up grease. I add a little bit on the inside of the terminal that I'm going to crimp in, just like that, so that as I press the wire in, it will push the dielectric grease along over the wires. And then we just slowly twist and roll that on. There we are. Cut one tiny little strand that bugs me, so we're going to go ahead and flip that one right back under there. Don't want to leave anybody out now. And there we are, just like that. A little bit tricky if you're not detail oriented, but really not a big deal if one strand sticks up, my friends. That's not a big deal at all. All right, now I'm just twisting that really nicely on there. All right, the next stage, safety here. I'm gonna put this knife, fold it away. So the next stage of the process is we're gonna pull out the crimper set. Now these hydraulic crimpers have sets of dies, and you need to insert the proper set of dies. This is 2 gauge wire that we're working with here today, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the 6 gauge dies, which is what I had been using prior. I'll put these away, and there's my 2 gauge. So these are pretty straightforward to use. You also have the metric markings on them if you happen to be crimping metric. And there we are. There we are. It's pretty straightforward inserting these, just like that. Reinsert the locking pin. And the last part of the hydraulic crimper set is this part here. So that is the part that locks in the movement of the piston. That will eventually crimp our part, and then when we're done, we release the pressure and the piston rolls right back out. So that's how that works. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and insert my cable into where I want it to be, roughly. What I usually do is I'll start compressing the piston inwards. It's helpful if you close the valve. There we are. One thing you can also do is hold it with both fingers. You definitely don't want to catch your part that you want to crimp too early. We're getting there. There we are, we're almost there. It's looking good. I like to take my time when I do these. There's a little bit of lighting here, maybe you can see a little better there. I do like to take my time, it's worthwhile. There we are, now we're starting to crimp. We are definitely crimping. And here I'm just gonna pause a moment here so you can see perhaps here how the metal, the nickel plated copper is starting to flow around the die. I'm just going to keep on pressing away at it until I feel a good bit of resistance, and I think we're just about there. Let's release now and see what the result is. And there's the result. A nice crimp, and that is not coming off. And there you have it, friends. That's all there is to it. In the next step, all I need to do is wrap this up with some electrical tape so that I have a nice finish to that and identify this wire as the positive. And that's all there is to crimping with a hydraulic crimper. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, friends, that's what I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to get notifications when I do drop more videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And last but not least, if you really enjoyed this and think you know somebody else who might enjoy it, feel free to share it anywhere you want. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Take good care of yourselves. I'm the Frugal Gunny, and I've got zero tolerance for evil.